The stadium was alive with the roar of thousands, a sea of faces illuminated by the bright floodlights. Raj stood at his post near the main entrance, his eyes sharp and vigilant as fans poured in for the big match. Years of working as a security guard had taught him to read crowds, anticipate trouble, and stay calm under pressure. Tonight, however, his attention was drawn not to the crowd, but to the man approaching him, Lionel Messi. Messi's presence was magnetic. Even from a distance, Raj could feel the electricity in the air as the crowd buzzed with excitement. But as Messi drew closer, Raj's gaze dropped to the shoes on the superstar's feet. They were worn and dirty, the leather cracked and scuffed, with patches of mud stubbornly clinging to the soles. The boots looked as if they had been through countless battles on rough streets, not polished and pristine as one might expect from a player of Messi's stature. Want to uncover the story behind those humble shoes and the extraordinary journey they represent? Stay with us and subscribe to witness how a simple pair of boots can change everything. Raj's lips curled into a smirk, and a chuckle escaped him. How could the greatest footballer in the world wear such dirty shoes? It seemed disrespectful to the stadium, to the fans, and to the sport itself. To Raj, those shoes were a symbol of carelessness, a disregard for the grandeur of the place. He shook his head, silently blaming Messi for bringing dirt into the immaculate stadium. Without a word, Raj gestured toward the muddy shoes and then to the spotless ground, silently demanding that Messi clean his boots before entering. The message was clear. This was a stadium of pride and respect, and dirty shoes did not belong here. Messi looked down at his boots, then back at Raj, his expression calm and unreadable. Without responding, he turned and walked toward the pitch, leaving Raj standing there, still shaking his head in disbelief. As Messi moved away, Raj's mind raced with judgment. How could a man so revered disregard the very place that celebrated his talent? Raj imagined the pristine locker rooms, the polished floors, the perfectly manicured grass, everything spotless except for the muddy boots that threatened to spoil it all. The match began, and the stadium erupted with cheers. Messi's feet moved with breathtaking speed and precision, weaving through defenders, his worn shoes pounding the turf with relentless energy. Every touch, every pass, every goal sent waves of excitement rippling through the crowd. Raj watched in awe, his earlier scorn dissolving into admiration. The dirty shoes, once a source of ridicule, now seemed to carry the weight of genius and determination. The crowd's energy was contagious. Fans jumped to their feet, waving scarves and chanting Messi's name. Raj found himself swept up in the excitement, his eyes glued to the pitch as Messi danced around opponents, his boots kicking up small clouds of dust with every step. The shoes, though battered, seemed to carry an almost magical quality, as if they had absorbed every ounce of Messi's passion and skill. But the game was far from easy. The opposing team pressed hard, and the tension in the stadium was palpable. Raj moved along the sidelines, alert and focused, his heart pounding with the rhythm of the match. The noise was deafening, cheers, whistles, the thud of the ball striking the net. The stadium was a living organism, breathing with the collective hopes of thousands. As halftime approached, Raj felt a sudden sharp pain seize his chest. The world tilted, colors blurring as he staggered toward the corridor. His breath came in short gasps, and a cold sweat broke across his forehead. The pain intensified, radiating down his left arm. Without warning, Raj collapsed against the wall, clutching his chest. The roar of the crowd faded into a distant hum as chaos erupted around him. Medical staff rushed to his side, but it was Messi, who had just left the field, who knelt beside Raj and stayed with him. His calm presence steadied the panic, and his quick actions helped stabilize Raj until the paramedics arrived. Raj's vision blurred as he was lifted onto a stretcher. The last thing he saw before losing consciousness was Messi's face, calm and reassuring, a silent promise that he was not alone. In the hospital, Raj lay on a sterile bed, the beeping of machines filling the quiet room. His mind drifted back to the day's events, the laughter at Messi's shoes, the scorn, the match, and the unexpected kindness. Gratitude and humility washed over him in equal measure. He realized how wrong he had been to judge the man by his appearance. Days later, Raj returned to the stadium, still weak but determined. The atmosphere had changed. Rumors buzzed among staff and fans alike. Messi had bought the stadium. The man whose shoes Raj had mocked was now the owner of the very ground he had guarded for years. Walking through the gleaming halls, Raj noticed the transformation. The once dull corridors were now vibrant with color and life. Walls were adorned with murals of young players chasing their dreams. The locker rooms were upgraded, welcoming and filled with laughter. The pitch itself seemed to glow under the care of new groundskeepers. Raj saw young players training on the field, their faces bright with hope and determination. Messi's vision was clear, a stadium not just for matches, but a sanctuary for talent from all walks of life. Raj's respect for Messi grew beyond admiration for his skill. He saw in him a man who valued humility, resilience, and the power of second chances. The worn shoes that had once seemed disrespectful now symbolized a journey of struggle and triumph, a reminder that greatness often comes from the humblest beginnings. Raj found a new purpose. No longer just a security guard, he became a guardian of dreams, watching over the next generation of hopefuls who walked the same grounds. Every time he looked at Messi's boots, now displayed in a glass case near the entrance, he remembered the lesson he had learned, that true greatness is not about appearances, but about heart, courage, and kindness. One afternoon, as Raj patrolled the stadium, he noticed a young boy practicing dribbles with worn-out shoes, strikingly similar to those Messi had once worn. The boy's determination reminded Raj of the journey he had witnessed firsthand, from humble beginnings to greatness. Raj smiled, knowing that the stadium was no longer just a place of sport, but where dreams were nurtured and lives transformed. The man who had once been the subject of his laughter had become an inspiration to all who entered. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful journeys that inspire and uplift. Share your thoughts below and be part of this community. Keep believing in yourself, stay resilient, and shine brightly.